Hello, and welcome to Dipto Television's newest show, Aarong Dairy presents Bits and Bites. I'm your host and chef, Kishwar Chowdhury. Many of you have watched me cook, followed my recipe. I am very excited about this show because I have a lot of movers and shakers, some amazing personalities who will be joining me in the kitchen to test their culinary skills. I'm really excited to unfold their journeys and find out what they're doing, who they are, and what the young, vibrant Dhaka art scene looks like. So without much further ado, let me introduce the Dhakamakers. Hi. Stella.
Hello.
Lovely to see you. Hello. Welcome to my makeshift living room. Hi, Firoz. Maru. Please sit. Coffee is warm. So I have here with me the Dhakamakers, Estella, Fahad, Firoz, and Maru. Thank you so much for being here. But before we begin, I have to ask a question. What is Bok Boker Fol?
Dhakamakers is Bok Boker Fol.
Yes.
Who would like to bok about this?
Obviously him.
I don't know, because Bok Boker Fol is any great idea or anything that's worth talking about. I think Bok Bokeri Fol hoy.
Fahad, tell us a little bit about Dhakamakers.
Dhakamakers is a platform where we bring in artists together, where everyone can feel as part of a community and also coexist as like a resource center, so people have access to material and without any of like the gatekeeping or anything like that. So that's like sort of the vision behind Dhakamakers, and it's to sort of promote all the different art forms within the city itself and bring it together in a singular home.
Stella, give me a little bit about yourself, and then I want a one-line Insta bio of how you describe yourself.
Oh, I am an illustrator, graphic designer. That's what I've been doing for the last 10 years. And my Insta bio is venting, usually visually. So that's where it started. But art for me is a medium of, to express. And yeah, that's where it starts from.
I love that. Firoz, tell us a little bit about what your superpower is.
In Dhakamakers, আমি যেটা করি যে I oversee the financing and the budgeting stuff. So everyone's coming here like, Ocha, do we have the budget for that? I was like, no. Taka nai kono.
Accounting gunda behind every successful event. What is Dhakamakers' role in having this sort of global movement and this new youth movement?
This is like a platform for illustrators as well, which is sort of an art that... So in Bangladesh, there's a lot of highbrow art. There's a scene for that. And there's not much for like, the little people.
When we say highbrow art, are we talking about more traditional art mediums like fine arts and
like
painting?
Fine arts, paintings,
Okay.
Yeah. And there's galleries, promoting that. There's an art scene there. There's a lot of buying and selling in that whole field. But so like 10 years ago, I started something called Milkshake, which was similar to Dhakamakers, but tiny, tiny, tiny. I didn't have the resources that we have now, which is Alaki and all these amazing people to work with. But it was the same concept. Like we were 20 artists, got together, we had a platform, or we showcased and we sold our art prints. And that's when I saw like, this is 10 years ago, and so many different styles. And they're all tapping into like all these, motives of Bangladesh and like redrawing it or reimagining it in different ways. So that kind of gave me that, that peek into that world.
Like, people want this. There is a collective of this. There are so many artists. In these, I think I saw one of my friends who's an architect wear these really cool earrings that had the symbol Ka. And we yearn for that because we see that from other cultures in the diaspora, and it's like, and now this movement is happening. What's your contribution to this, or how do you see this? How do you feel about what you guys are doing in the city, having this global impact?
আমার মনে হয় মানুষজন আরো আর্টের সাথে সম্পৃক্ত হতে চাচ্ছে সবাই, এভরি পার্সন। আমি স্পেশালি ডায়াসপোরার কথা যদি বলি, যারা বিদেশে আছে, I think for the longest time they were okay with just being called a brown person or a desi person, right? But এখন একটা বাংলাদেশি না, they really want to be Bangladeshi, they want to show off their roots, and they want to have
their own identity.
Exactly, একটা আড়ংয়ের নকশি কাঁথা like planted on the wall বড় করে. What else can you put on your wall other than a নকশি কাঁথা, right? Then comes in the new age artists, illustrators, crafters, right? And I think ওইটাই তোকে যে বলছিলাম যে মার্কেটের কথা, so I think ওইভাবে মার্কেটটা ইনক্রিজও করছে এবং সেলফ এক্সপ্রেশনের মাধ্যমে, because more and more people want more and more art এখন, right? যেটা কয়েক বছর আগেও I think it was very different.
এখানে যেটা হচ্ছে যে এখানে একটা মার্কেট কিন্তু আছে, বাট সব ক্রিয়েটিভ পিপলরা কিন্তু দে আর নট অ্যাওয়্যার অফ দ্যাট ফ্যাক্ট যে আমরা কিভাবে আমার আঁকা ছবিটা আমি আরেকটা মানুষের দেওয়ালে নিয়ে যেতে পারবো। সো এই যে জিনিসটা যে কিভাবে আমরা নিয়ে যেতে পারবো, দ্য প্ল্যাটফর্ম, দ্য লজিস্টিক্যাল সাপোর্টস অ্যান্ড এভরিথিং। সো আমাদের ঢাকা মেকার্সের এই দিস ইজ ওয়ান অফ দ্য এজেন্ডাস যে আমরা চাই যে এদেরকে এম্পাওয়ার করা, এই কমিউনিটিটাকে বানানো অ্যান্ড দেন কমিউনিটিটাকে সার্ভ করা অ্যান্ড এম্পাওয়ার করা, যাতে আমরা দেখতে চাই যে সবার ঘরে ঘরে যেন আমাদের নতুন নতুন সব ইলাস্ট্রেটরদের ছবি থাকে অ্যান্ড ক্রাফটারদের ক্রাফটস থাকে। আমাদের বাংলাদেশি যে আইডেন্টিটিটা আছে, যে আমাদের নিজস্ব যে জিনিসগুলো আছে যেগুলো আমরা দেখি যে জামদানি, নকশিকাঁথা, শতরঞ্জি, এই টাইপের যে ক্রাফটস আছে, অ্যান্ড দেন অলসো এই আরবান নিউ ইলাস্ট্রেটররা দ্য ওয়ে দে সি দিস সিটি অ্যান্ড দ্য কান্ট্রি। সো এই সব কিছুগুলো যেন আমরা একদম এন্ড কাস্টমারদের কাছে আর কি পৌঁছে দিতে পারি আর কি।
ক্যান বি ভেরি টাইপকাস্ট। আমরা যখন চিন্তা করি যে একটা হ্যান্ডিক্রাফটের জিনিস, তখন কিন্তু আমরা চিন্তা করি যে নকশি কাঁথা, তারপরে জুট দিয়ে একটা কিছু বানানো, অ্যান্ড লাইক if that doesn't match your aesthetic and style. What's interesting about this Dhakamakers and this new movement, and seeing how huge this community is, because separately কাউকে হয়তো অত visibility নাই, একসাথে আসলে we're hearing you, we're seeing you, মানে আমার কানে পুছাইছে, and this is why I've invited you to this couch. And আমি অস্ট্রেলিয়াতে বসে I know what you're doing, so obviously there is this level of visibility. It's exciting, it's new, and you're matching the aesthetic to what a homemaker or a young family wants to put on their wall, wants to have in their house. Yes, we have moved away from, আমরা যখন handicrafter কথা চিন্তা করি, maybe that doesn't suit my aesthetic or style, but I'm so proud to, have this very cool, own a very cool piece of art or a cool piece of illustration. I love your work.
আমাদের ঢাকা মেকার্স লাস্ট টাইম একজন এসেছিল, একজন কাপল, প্যালেট থটস নামে। সো যে ওয়াইফ যে উনি পেইন্ট করে, সো উনি গোল গোল ক্যানভাসে অনেক সুন্দর পেইন্টিং করে। তো বাট শি ওয়াজ ভেরি শাই যে এখানে কি চলবে নাকি, করবে নাকি, মানে হবে নাকি, অ্যান্ড উই ওয়ার লাইক trying to be like, হ্যাঁ এটা these are your beautiful work, let's go with a pieces. But what was so beautiful was the husband was like, না তুমি পারবা, তুমি চিন্তা করো না, তোমার ডিসপ্লে আমি করে দিব।
And he was so supportive and sweet, like কি লাগবে তোমার আমি করে দিচ্ছি।
Yeah, and then she sold out. Like everybody did amazing. Choto vendor hook, borrow artist hook, everybody did great, which was rewarding. Yes. But she also sold out, and she had zero idea that this would happen. And that gave her such a boost of like confidence and just, wanting to pursue the arts in the way that she probably didn't think she could. So I think oirokom memories or moments are like really special.
I love that story. Boro hook, choto hook, you can express that art. And another thing that comes in mind is if you can't see it, you can't be it, When you're doing this and you're showing other people, Estella, you have a degree in arts. Fairoz, you were considering studying arts, but like many of us, you think, I need a fallback. Arts portale, will I have a career in it? I think it's important that young people see this, and this reaches the people who know that you can find success in and around arts. It doesn't have to be as an artist. There are so many roles to play in this space.
For sure.
Yeah. Were you about to say something, Fahad?
Yes, I just wanted to touch upon the point that we have a lot of urban makers inside the marketplace this time, and we're bringing in a few crafters as well from different regions of the country, and we're doing a residency program as well, which is correlated around weaving. So we're bringing in 6 weavers, and we're then inviting artists to come in and collaborate within this space to sort of like set the precedent of what we want this marketplace to be. We want it to be a place of collaboration where people can come and create new things with these wonderful forms, vocational forms that we've had so many like generational like heritage of. So I mean, we don't want those things to die out either, and they are. So it'll be nice to see them realized in a new form, but also empower the old methods as well. So it creates a good platform as well.
Show your tapa putul necklace.
They're awesome. I think it's called Koot.
খুঁত সো আমরা এরকম টাইপের জিনিস আছে আমাদের এক্সিস্টিং কি কি ক্রাফট আছে যেগুলোকে আমরা নতুনভাবে প্রেজেন্ট করতে পারি উইথ আওয়ার আরবান ডিজাইনার্স আর মেবি অন্য কোনো ডিজাইনার দিয়েও
Craftsmanship. There is always like bringing heritage techniques into today's aesthetic and today's world.
স্পেশালি যখন কোলাবরেট করা হয় I think তখন একটা নতুন কিছু জন্ম হয় ওটা থেকে
and it means that that craft is then existing. It's surviving that generation, and then the next generation have to decide how they keep that alive. So I love that. Talking about food and talking about the kitchen and talking about dishes, I have a very, very special dish that I need your help to make, and it is going to require a little bit of craftsmanship. So let's go test out your culinary skills in my kitchen.
I think we
Today,
should rate them.
I was given the license to get creative in the kitchen, which is like very on brand with today's theme. And Aarong has these 4 flavors of milk, right? So I've turned them into a creme pat, but I want to show you how to turn it into a creme patisserie or like a fancy custard. And we're going to stuff some profiteroles and we're going to make a croquembouche.
Okay.
Yeah, Estella clap. Thank you.
Yes.
Yes, the food.
Super excited. Yes.
So, I'm going to show you how to make a mango creme pat. I've got a caramel. So, caramel is used to build the croquembouche.
Okay.
So, caramel will work sort of almost like a pastry glue. So, we've got that.
ওটা থাকে যেত
And Estella, you keep an eye on the caramel so it doesn't burn.
it'll
I
be
think
gone
it's
by
a-
the end of it
I'll get you to open this up and pour it in there. That's how we're going to begin. So we've got 200 mils. So I'm putting 400 mils of mango milk because I'm going to show you how to make the mango creme pat. Go.
আমরা তাহলে ডিফিকাল্ট জোনে এখানে লাইক দিস ইজ মোর ওয়ার্ক
No. Okay, so your zone, first of all,
I have zero work
Cracking eggs.
do you know how to separate egg whites from egg yolks?
Yes, I do.
Okay. So amar jonno, because I've got 400 mils of milk, I'll need 4 egg yolks.
Okay.
So I need you both to put 4 egg yolks into this bowl.
ওকে এন্ড দ্য এগ হোয়াইটস গোস হিয়ার
Yeah, so the egg whites can go back in there. Technically, our milk temperature, we want it at 80 degrees. So this one's a little, like this recipe is a bit more technical. Naile, until the milk starts steaming.
Oh, I put the yolk egg whites here.
Of sugar. Not every artist has to be a great artist. And for me, that's what I want to tell people about the kitchen. Pursue cooking for the sake of cooking. You don't have to be some sort of culinary genius. You don't have to be fancy and, like...
There's no benchmark.
There is no benchmark. It's about getting your hands dirty and trying. It's very fun. So I thought that link was really, really good. And that's a message I'd like to give to people to get into arts or culinary arts. Even if you're doing it at a mediocre level, like do it, pursue
Exactly.
it. I'll show you the next bit of what we're doing. So, already made these profiteroles, যেটার ভিতরে আমরা ক্রেম প্যাকটা দিব. So our next task, which I'll get the 3 of you to do, is ক্রেম প্যাকটা দেওয়ার জন্য
I thought Maruf eliminated his.
মারুফ তুমি কি eliminated হতে চাও বা continue?
I wanna play.
Let's get.
Wild card entry.
He's come back. He left,
Yes.
but he came back.
Popular vote.
The tribe has spoken. Maruf is back. So we're gonna make a little like incision in all of this. So however you want to do it. যখন ধোঁয়াটা চলে যায় and it's cooled down, so we're looking at sort of a medium temperature, we're gonna pour this milk over the eggs and we're gonna whisk it in. So এখানে দুইটা thickening agent থাকবে, একটা হচ্ছে ডিমের কুসুম আর একটা হচ্ছে corn flour. Actually what we can do to dissolve the corn flour, আমরা সবসময় জানি যে corn flour we need to dissolve it with water or milk, but it needs to be cold. When this cools down, and I know it's still a bit warm, we can just whisk a little bit of milk with this, and just so that when we're putting it back in, the lumpy na hoy. So do you wanna mix this for me.
Should I pour it in the eggs or should we wait? Like the ঠান্ডা হতে হবে তো, right?
একটু ঠান্ডা হতে হবে,
হ্যাঁ,
এটা
তাহলে the
একটু
eggs will
scrambled
cook.
হয়ে যাবে. So while we're doing this, Estella, and all of you, share some food memories with me because I didn't grow up here, but I recently did a really fun reel and I was wearing a t-shirt that had all the nostalgic
Oh, yeah, I
snacks,
saw
like
that,
very
actually.
iconic snacks on it. So like Mimi chocolate, তারপর all
Ring
of
chips.
ring chips.
The company that made it is Bosphorus Clothing, right?
Okay.
So the company that manufactured, so they were actually one of our makers
Acha.
in Dhakamakers Part 1.
Oh, that's so interesting. So tell me some of your nostalgic, iconic food memories that you would bring to your art.
Food memories. I like weird things. Like now my new favorite thing that I'm doing is, what is it, pomelo? What is the word?
Grapefruit.
Jambura.
Jambura.
Jambura's সাথে আমি bala chow mix করে
Yum.
fish sauce because I had this Thai salad, so I was like, I can make this
Yeah.
at home. So that's my new favorite thing that I'm eating a lot.
Very yummy.
Yeah.
I'm gonna make the cream pat with Estella, one by one, whoever's free. I want you to take one of these, একটা করে নিয়ে. We're gonna add this to our crock on bush. I want you to make a little drawing or illustration or something that you would like to sort of resonates or symbolizes your time on this show or whatever you'd like. So we start here. এই side আমরা এখন কি করব? We're gonna pour the milk. Do you wanna? Yeah. So আস্তে করে pour করো, and you can leave that part out.
Are we
No?
using this?
Yeah. And we'll turn the stove back on. দুধটা ঠান্ডা করে কেন অ্যাড করলাম? যেন কুসুমগুলা কুক না হয়ে যায়. So now once that's there, and a secret to every single
Pinch of salt.
pastry is a pinch of salt. And this is also a good time to put the corn flour in. Yeah. So I'll get you to stir that. গরম হতে হতে ওটা ঠিক হয়ে যাবে. দেখলে এটা কাস্টার্ড হয়ে গেল. Last step. এটা তো কাস্টার্ড হলো. Last step for a cream pat, but cream patisserie, is I'm going to add about 100, oh no, that's less than 100, about 80 grams of butter. So, what butter does is it makes it very glossy, but it also helps set it. So, এটা যখন ঠান্ডা হয়, set হয়ে যাবে, and you're going to get this very smooth, creamy, rich creme pat. And it's just super duper luxe. So this is actually the consistency you want to see of a good creme pat. See the amount of fat in there? That's the right amount of fat. We want it to sort of come together like this. So that, my friends, is how you take Aarong flavored doodh and turn it into a creme patisserie.
Yay.
Feel free to lick the spoon.
Yes. Wow.
Is it
No,
good?
seriously, wow.
Okay. Oh, now I. So, we're going to do this 3 more times using the strawberry milk, the chocolate milk, and the vanilla milk. And we're going to make this cream pat. But for the purposes of television, I've already made it for you.
Yes. Yay, yes.
So, তোমরা একটু পাশে রেখে খেতে পারো, আমি নিয়ে আসছি. Exactly Estella যেটা বললো, so I've made the 4 flavors. Estella যেটা বললো, এটা profiterole বা পেস্ট্রিতে না দিলেও পাটিসাপটা পিঠাতে বা অন্য কিছুতেও দেওয়া যায়. আমরা যখন পেস্ট্রি ক্রিমটা বানাই, পেস্ট্রি ক্রিম বানানোর পরে এটা ডেফিনেটলি ঠান্ডা হতে হবে. ঠান্ডা না হলে আমরা যদি এই যে প্রফিটারোল গুলো ফিল করি, প্রফিটারোল গুলো নরম হয়ে যাবে আর খুব সগি হয়ে যাবে. সো বিগ পার্ট অফ ইট ইজ জাস্ট এটা ফ্রিজে ঠান্ডা করে নেওয়া. I want you all, you have strawberry, you have mango, you have chocolate and vanilla. আমরা profiterole এখন fill করব। So fill করার জন্য আস্তে করে push করে you can sort of feel when it's being filled. এই যে। Yeah.
Okay.
So we're gonna just fill each one.
So one squeeze, like.
Yeah. So a light squeeze and you can fill it. So here you go. So the next part is যে আমরা এখন এই ক্রকন বুশটা বানাবো। আমরা এখানে একটু এই ক্যারামেলটা খুবই গরম, সো বি কেয়ারফুল। ক্যারামেলটাকে গ্লু হিসাবে ইউজ করে আমরা এখানে লেয়ার বাই লেয়ার আমরা এই টাওয়ারটা বিল্ড করব। সো ডোন্ট ওয়ারি অ্যাবাউট দ্য টপ বিকজ ইউ উইল বার্ন ইউর ফিঙ্গার্স। আমরা জাস্ট দুই ভাগে এটা করে ফেলি। So Dhakamakers, I am so proud of you, and you should be very proud of this. This is just absolutely adorable. We've got a few more.
এখনো জিনিসটা দাঁড়ায় আছে, so
হ্যাঁ, বেঁচে আছে. Under studio lights. It's not a joke. This is very real. This is our lives. তোমরা যে হ্যাঁ আর্ট বানিয়েছো ওটা ঢুকাই ফেলো। Well done, guys. Well done, team. We got it. We did. Guys, I am so proud of you, but I'm so proud of this, and you should be very proud of yourself. This is not easy. This is not basic level pastry. You have like unlocked a huge skill. Well
Yes.
done. Chalo amra eta khai.
এরকম করে পুশ করে
Okay. So এখন this is potluck. Kunta kun flavor jani na? So everyone just grab one. So let's give it up for Dhakamakers. Thank you very much for coming here. I had such a good time.
This was one of the best experiences.
So as you go, Aarong wants to present the Dhakamakers with this gift card. And to help with your culinary journey, we have all of the Aarong products that we used here today.
Amazing.
So that you can start building your pavilion.
Truly.
So this is from Aarong Dairy.
The heads.
So thank you for coming
Thank you.
to my humble makeshift home.
Thank you so much for having us. Bye. Thank you. Thank you so much.
See you soon.
See ya. Bye.
I had so much fun getting creative in the kitchen with Dhaka's young creators. Amar next episode join Korben. I will have more exciting guests and more cooking adventures right here. So see you soon.